Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you have joined me today. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. In this reading, we will explore what are the messages you urgently need to know. And we will also pull some inspiration from the autumn equinox, which is a time to honor your harvest, express gratitude for fruits of your hard labor, and prepare for the upcoming season. Also, plant your new seeds now in order to grow them carefully, okay? We're going to start out with a coffee cup, then I'm going to have a special tarot spread for you. So keep watching. You're going to see more clarifications on that reading too. And also, I have in my description box an email address for the private readings. If you're interested, go ahead and send me an email. And if you enjoy this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe. Subscription is the free way and the best way to support the channel if you're enjoying these. And that can also help us grow and shine together. Let's dive in and see what's coming your way. I already see two people having a conversation here. What's happening? Pisces. This kind of reminds me also yin-yang energy to fish, basically Pisces symbol following each other, which I have even a tattoo right there. So, but the thing is with these, I wouldn't say birds, but the fish, they're not really following each other. This is something, Tears of Joy is a good news coming forward, and it seems like those news are coming forward fast. But what's happening with these people here? Let's see. Okay, they're talking about something. There's a conversation. I see there's a masculine figure smiling. The other person, I cannot really see the head, but I see like a flat hat. Hat can be symbolizing this person has like a very flat thinking pattern. Maybe they're not one that is seeing things or thinking outside of the box, but it seems like they're like vibing together. This is outside your comfort zone. It seems like maybe you're the one who's taking things lightly and smiling here in front of this person. This can be a job opportunity or an opportunity to meet with someone who has like a very strict thinking pattern, but there is some knowledge that they're carrying will be very fruitful for you, very effective for you on your journey. Okay, this can be someone maybe you need to go mingle a little bit and get some advice from, or pick their brain to understand a certain situation, how it's going to end up. This can be very simple idea actually popped in my head. This can be maybe a realtor that you're going to have a conversation with. Maybe you want to purchase a new home, or you have a home already, you want to sell it. Maybe you're going to not talk but ask questions and let them talk about a situation. And maybe, for example, you're going to give it to them, and then they're going to analyze, and you're going to collect information from them in order to use in your situation, okay? And so another thing I see here is a mushroom, a massive mushroom. Mushroom is always a good symbol because it is the symbol of abundance. But the thing is, though, it's about differentiating if this is a poisonous mushroom or a cute one that is edible. So the thing is, the poisonous ones are really cute as well, so don't let them fool you. We have here a brown mushroom. Brown mushroom is like a shiitake mushroom. This can be something edible for you. And the thing is, though, this is also, there's another person kind of with a goatee coming forward, maybe a Capricorn you're dealing with, and this is on top of a trophy. This mushroom can be a resource because mushrooms do not require too much energy to grow, and they multiply really fast. Like they're actually, people are growing them in their basement right now in some places. So this can be something, a seed that you're going to plant is going to grow and multiply. This is a spore, actually multiplies really fast, really quickly, and yields massive results. The thing is, though, there's another buyer to it, okay? And or there's another person who wants this, and this is actually, this person is looking at the trophy right here. They're not even looking at the mushroom. So they might be going after recognition, not really producing something, nor actually like turning that into something that is useful for people, but they're not on that page. They're not right there at all. They're on the page of, listen, I want to be congratulated. I want to be like, I want my name to be on the paper. So that's why I'm going to go after it. That's why I feel like you have a better chance of winning. If this is like a competition, you have a better chance of winning because you're putting your heart and soul, and they're only looking at the thing from the perspective of material things, okay? So, but there's a trophy right there. That trophy can be, now I'm thinking maybe a competition that you want to enter, which is going to bring the mushroom as a result, the multiplying, fast growing opportunity. Which, another thing, back in the day when I was a designer, there were actually competitions like that. When you win the competition, you used to work with like a famous designer for a whole year, which is the yield. That's the mushroom that you're getting. Not really winning the competition is not the big deal. So it seems like it can be something like that, getting maybe a full renovation of your home, or financial support for a long period of time, or maybe even, like I was watching Shark Tank yesterday, maybe like your businesses actually grow exponentially. But this requires dedication. And also, that's another urgent message that you need to know. This is the urgent message basically initially. There is a competition out there. They're willing to do everything in their power, and be prepared, get ready. Maybe even if you can get information from that party, go ahead and just maybe utilize your resources and the people around you to get that information. Another thing I see here is the 4 little pentacles showing up, and number 4 is showing up too. There's a person with like a darker hair. The hair is covering their face. They're kind of like wearing like 70s or 60s type of clothing, but in a darker manner. So this can be someone, 4 indicates knowledge, by the way, who has knowledge about the information or something that you want to accomplish. But the thing is though, 4 of Pentacles is holding back that energy. But they're willing to give. The 4 of Pentacles doesn't mean that they're holding it so tightly they never let go. They want to give it away. However, maybe the conditions are not right, or they're looking for someone to trust, okay? This can be even like an inheritance issue. Maybe you have a grandmother who dresses black all the time, or maybe someone who lived through a very bad war. That kind of puts some grief into people's like minds, heads, and bodies as well. Maybe someone grieving at this moment. But the number 4 is knowledge. So this person has a very deep knowledge. That's the pentacles that they're holding on to. Or on top of that, they might even have some property, something that is going to really have massive potential in the future that they're holding on. Another thing, this kind of looks like a letter S. Also number 5. Number 5 is an adventure, travel, setting off to a new adventure, and enjoying like existence basically. That can be the desire of this person. And the adventure doesn't have to be like traveling the world. The adventure can be taking them to the park. Okay, maybe they want conversation, they want communication, they want to be called up and taken to ice cream place. You know, maybe that's what they want. So it is about creating some heartfelt communications and conversations with the people close to you, around you. And this doesn't also mean that this has to be your own grandma. This can be a person that a good neighbor you have. This can be like maybe if you're taking care of older people, it can be one of those people or all of those people, doing that from the heart gently, because this is actually creating, you see the seed is planted, growing the massive tree right here, which we even have kind of like a face, looks like snake here. This is going to help you shed the old skin, maybe old way of thinking that you are used to thinking in a certain way. When you connect with these energies, this is going to help you let go of that thinking patterns as well, and start to see the opportunities rather than the negative things happening. But the overall tree, like growing this, again, the beanstalk, I think this is the 3rd time I'm seeing a beanstalk in a different reading in this set of readings. So beanstalk, it takes you to the land of giants, basically. Seems like here the information that you're going to get might actually put you on the spot with a lot of big people, okay? And if you are, that's why now number 4 now makes sense to me. If you don't know what you're talking about, you might, I don't want to use embarrass yourself, because I sound like I'm talking to my daughter. But the thing is though, when you know what you're talking about, people actually listen to you extremely carefully, and they ask you questions, they try to pick your mind, and they try to get as much as information that they can, and they cannot get enough of you. That's another thing here. So this can be even something, very expert of the situation. But the thing is, maybe there are new developments happening in this field that you need to really go revisit, like open up a book or watch some YouTube videos. But it seems like here that knowledge is going to really carry you to the top. You see that you're the peacock here. Some of you might be even presenting something to a massive crowd right there. Okay, there's an eye watching you. This is a good eye. This is a hopeful eye. This can be one of like a family members or someone really loves you and supports you. And the eye might be coming with prayers as well. But I see another peacock on top of the eye. So this can be the peacock who is actually the one who used to shine in the past and handing you over the work. So you are actually going to take over and shine. And don't take it in the sense of, oh, this has to be corporate or this has to be like some sort of life lesson. This can be the simplest thing, maybe how to brew tea and make a good tea out of certain herbs. It can be something like that as well, which I saw actually a business thriving during COVID, a tea business. And this person was actually, she's Chinese descent, and she was actually making tea bags for bathrooms, baths actually. And she got so amazingly famous on TikTok, and then she got billions of orders, not billions, but hundreds of thousands of orders. And then she had a business that was a business, like a tea baths, like tea bags for bath water, basically. So it doesn't have to be massive. This is actually creative and simple. And this peacock is tired now. They don't want to do it, and they're handing it over to you. Your job is going to be picking that up and turning into a function machine right there that I see. There's someone grumpy right there. I see the leaf here. This kind of reminds me of the maple leaf on the Canada's picture. This can be indicative of you maybe going to go there or have business there or maybe connect with someone from there. This person has like a wolf under it, maybe a dog under it. Grumpy person. The wolf can be family. Maybe you want to get a partner. Can be Canadian, or maybe something that you want to do over there, you want to ship there. But the thing is, though, the person that you're picking as a partner has other family stuff to deal with. There's even a baby in the bassinet here. Maybe they're dealing with something new to their own. The thing is, though, you don't have to deal with drag people into things, because there's a massive dragon right there. You see there's just spitting fire. The dragon can be a fire sign, Aries or a Sagittarius, someone really passionate about what they do. This can be even someone who grows businesses, or overall, maybe even an accountant, very good with money, calculating things, or creating a business plan for your future. So it seems like here, if something not working with somebody else, there's another one waiting for you. There's another person, another opportunity waiting for you. So it's okay to move on. And I see as soon as you move on and not really dwell on the other person's energy, you're sailing towards a new future. We have a star right there, and I see a turtle swimming. This can be even about like a new house, because turtle, they carry their house on the back. So it can be even along the mix, getting one of your wishes fulfilled when it comes to moving or buying a new house or resolving a housing situation, okay? Another person I see right there. Now I turn around. Sometimes when I look at the shapes, I see different things. I saw here there's a torch on top of a hill. Hill is the challenge you're taking on. But when I look at it now, I see that there's another person. You are the one who's holding a candle in your hand right there. I also see letter I. I can be your power of I amness, that everything you attach to I am becomes your reality. Maybe that's what you're discovering. But the thing is, though, candle and the wand is in your hand, so you are actually going to accomplish success here. But the timeline has to pass. Maybe this timeline of maybe 4 months can be the one that needs to be taken care of first. I see the tears of joy in the mix, and I feel like here maybe you get some better thing happening here, an offer happening that you stop dwelling on with the people that are weighing your thing down. Maybe you want to bring in a new partner, or you want one of your friends or family member to help you out, but they're not helping. It seems like here there's outside news coming forward. It's going to make your job, your thing that you're dealing with so easy that you're not going to actually like dwell with on their energy. You're going to pass them right away, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see letter S here again. And this actually, with this additional little line, that makes a she like in my language. So it can be something, someone's name like Shayla. Yeah. Your desire coming really fast. Initially things are moving fast, but then you might get a little pause before the finish line. This kind of finish line pauses happens because maybe you're afraid to become successful, or the work gets harder, then you're thinking, okay, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Those kind of energies can pause that. And if that's the case, just take a pause, take a day off, do nothing during that day, sleep, like enjoy yourself, take a walk, do your thing, and that can accumulate, that can accelerate the movement of your desire. Okay, there's a second desire coming forward as well to support the first one, open up new pathways. You see it's moving forward as soon as I said like take a rest. And there's also here a snake coming out. A snake can be transformative properties of this thing that you're going through. You might really shed the old skin and change your perspective. Another thing here is there's a magnifying glass, and your energy field is intact overall, and there are people around it. These can be people looking at with a magnifying glass what you're doing, maybe analyzing, trying to find faults in it. Also, magnifying glass can be something that you can use as well, not to find faults, but see the small details that you're missing out, okay? The turtle appears here again. Some of you might be changing homes or buying a new home, or if you have a housing situation that can be resolving. And right next to the turtle, we have a tree here. So something for the long term is happening when it comes to house, living situation. Maybe even the turtles carry their home on their back. Maybe this is like new thing. I mean, I don't know if you would like to travel with a baggage all around the world, because that's what the turtle does actually. Even though they are really, they have their own territory. They don't usually go outside of it. It can be something like that as well. Not only you are establishing yourself, maybe renting out a new house or buying a new space for yourself, but also you're not going to be a stable, meaning like living there for 30 years until after you step inside of it. This is going to be actually a sanctuary for you, that you're going to be able to go out there, go travel. You see the turtle actually now, I see that they're collecting all these souvenirs all around the place. So you're going to be able to even like collect souvenirs, go around the world. And also there's going to be a place, a tree planted for you to come back to. Okay. All right, let's dive into your tarot now. We're going to go with this special spread. And first we're going to look into what have you planted that will be ready to harvest this season. And this can be mental plantation as well. Maybe you don't really work on something, but you're desiring something. You want to make something happen. And let's see what that thing is. Maybe something also leaving your life as well. Death. Exactly. What have you planted requires new direction, new application, a new king, basically. In the original death card, what we see is the king is dead, but the prince is alive, the queen is alive, and we have the Hierophant, the Taurus energy is alive right there. The Hierophant can see that whatever gets old, that needs to actually go away. That's why we see on the face of the Hierophant, the Pope, basically, that fear. However, for you, this is a new rebirth. You see the tulips actually blooming. This is a rebirth. There's a new beginning. Which have you planted is going to grow anew. There's a new baby. For some of you, this can be a new baby coming forward. And old beliefs, old structures, and maybe even, I feel like here, old energies that are weighing you down, the people weighing you down are leaving your life. That's what death is. That's what you're planting. Maybe you don't really intentionally say that I don't want these people in my life, but your intention is I want people that are loving, supportive of me, and I love myself, I appreciate myself, and I want people that reflect that energy. I want a job that actually gives me life rather than drains me. And this can end up beginning with actually clearing those that are cluttering your energy, okay? And what can you do now to ensure your most bountiful harvest is do what you love, guys. Ace of Cups is a new love offering coming forward. This can be in career or work or money, indicative of a new fulfilling offer showing up for you. So now the death makes a lot of sense. And this can be new love coming into your life. Maybe you have ended a relationship and now you are looking into the new horizons. Maybe you don't even want to start something new, but now you know who you are. And actually, this after a relationship, we need to give ourselves some time to get to know our new self, if this was a long-term relationship, because our personality also changes during timelines. So it seems like here, this is something that doesn't serve you ending, and a new love, a new relationship is beginning. This can be your relationship with yourself or attracting someone who's really going to excite you and romanticize the relationship coming forward. And if this is about money and career, it seems like there's a better new opportunity, emotionally fulfilling, showing up here, okay? And what can you do more to this harvest is going to be beautiful, is to give yourself the love. Appreciate yourself, see the best part of yourselves, okay? And also like when the compliment comes, do not reject it, accept it. Do not say, oh, someone says, oh, you have beautiful hair. Do not reflect it and say, oh, you have more beautiful hair. No. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. That's enough. That's actually really hard to say, but that's even enough to accept the compliment, okay? And what changes should you be preparing for is Seven of Cups is, okay, I actually renew my information. From time to time, I listen to new books. What happens with the Seven of Cups is this is a lot of, in the morning, I just listen to it. This is a lot of options are coming your way. This can be in love, a lot of options coming your way, multiple people to choose from or multiple prospects. This can be multiple job opportunities coming your way. So the changes you need to make is the Seven of Cups carry the energy of confusion. So you need to cross that off and have determination. What would you like to prefer to have more of in your life? And that will give you clarity when it comes to choosing from this opportunities appearing in front of you. When you clarify and determine your intention, your desire, and that will prepare you for the next stage, okay? The changes you need to make is if you're feeling confused and what to do in this situation, clarify and determine what you want to have at the end of the day, emotionally, spiritually, materialistically. And when you do, it is going to actually like shine like a bright light bulb, which one to pick, okay? What must you shed in order to preserve your energy? Six of Wands is a victory, but this is actually also, it has this kind of, I have done that, I have been there, it's just having satisfaction at the end of the day. But the thing is though, maybe you have accomplished a lot of big things in the past. Now you don't have the will to do bigger things, okay? Because you feel like I'm over and done with it. And you must shed this energy and start anew like a baby, a rebirth, death and the rebirth coming forward. So you should start like a new baby now. See the world like a new baby that you have no accomplishments whatsoever, but you have the experience, you have the knowledge. Now start again, start anew, okay? And this is going to preserve your energy for the new projects coming. But if you look at it as with, I have done that, I have been there, that's going to create boredom. When something new comes in, you're not going to have the excitement. Even though 6 of Wands is a very good energy, that your accomplishments are actually like showing up, and giving you all the experience, all the passion. However, this is something that you're over and done with. Okay, if you keep dwelling on that, it can stop the progress. How can you connect further this season is Page of Wands, following the passion. Exactly. So the two passions, two fires coming back to back is just telling me that you still have the fire and the passion, but you should have the willingness to move forward as well. Page of Wands is a younger energy. That's why I said like start as a baby. Page is the youngest one of the court cards. So accept that you can be a newbie in something and still achieve amazing success. And maybe this can be even like starting a new, maybe you are retired already. That's your 6 of Wands and you don't want to work anymore. Or maybe an opportunity come forward. It sounds good, but they're telling you you're going to start on a lower level. But the thing is, if you approach it like I was on the manager level, why should I go on an associate level? But the thing is, though, that associate level can be extremely different when it comes to a different company, which I have done in the past as well, from manager level to associate level. And then what it turns out to be is you actually get much more flexibility in that space, that you're not responsible from everything, but the pay is almost the same. But also, you have free time for yourself. You have freedom because you don't have to be on top of everything. And still, you utilize your own experiences and you're not learning anything. Maybe from another executive, you're learning things from their perspective as well and see how other people operate things too. So it seems like here, connect further with your passion, your heart's desire, what gives you joy. And this can be even art, music. This can be your writing skills. And I connected this to career, but it seems like that's going to inspire you to do things in a way that you're going to start anew with this passion, and it's going to connect you further with your heart's desire, okay? Easily. Let's get to your clarifiers now. The death card has here the sun. Yes, this is not the death of something. This is actually the new seeds that you're planting, pulling the sun and growing faster and bigger. But that requires you to let go of certain things that do not serve you anymore. What can you do? Self-love and ask for help. 10 of Wands, it seems like here this person is like all the world's weight on his shoulder. He's like getting heavier, and he has a castle here. He's carrying all his produce to the castle. However, he's being too hard on himself. That's the problem here. So Ace of Cups is something that will be emotionally fulfilling you coming forward. So take care of your energy, take care of yourself. And also this is symbolizing ask for help. You can ask for help, and when you ask for help, that will be given. This can be spiritual help given. This can be emotional help given. This can be physical people arriving into your life and helping you carry this weight. You don't have to carry it all on your back. What changes should you be preparing for? New opportunities coming. So determination is the key. When your determination is actually the first and foremost goal. When you determine on what you desire, this can be you becoming the King of Pentacles, that you're going to actually acquire a lot of wealth, stability, structure, and you're going to be ruling your own kingdom here. This can also symbolize meeting with someone who has this already in his hand, maybe even help support your cup, the love that you pick. Cup can be a career, can be prospects in love. This can be the person that you're choosing, and that will be supporting you. That person will be the one actually that gives you not only emotional but also material satisfaction as well, because like there's 4 or 5 languages of love, and one of them is gift giving. And if you have that language and that person in front of you cannot really satisfy that, that is also a material thing. Okay, it ties into emotional, but that requires material satisfaction. 6 of Wands, what must you do in order to? Okay, yeah, start anew, guys. You accomplish something. Ace of Wands is new passion coming in. You need to accept the newness, babiness, the actually learning to walk stage of this new passion coming forward, okay? And how can you connect further this season? We said, follow your passion, what gives you joy, what makes you feel excited, and, you know, also maybe even thrilled about the new thing coming your way. But this doesn't mean that you need to leave the logic behind. The King of Swords is a logical, stoic personality. Yes, you can follow the passion, but there is also reasonable ways to follow that. This doesn't mean that invest in all the things that you have saved into something that seems like a passion to you. This means that do what's logical. You don't have to go invest all your money in that. You can prepare a business plan and you can go ahead and start looking for financiers. And there are angel investors out there. What they do is they invest in people. For example, I gave the example of music. Maybe you want to record your own album. You want to record a jazz album. And there are actually music companies out there. They can do it for you. Well, they make you sign a contract. Also, that's why the King of Swords coming forward to read all the details carefully, be stoic about it. And he has might, he has power. So you are the artist. You are the one who's actually making things happen. You can put some power into it. You can add changes to it because you are already accomplished here. This is not a must with a certain person. You can switch around, you can switch the company. So you have the options in your hand, use them, speak them out loud while you are pursuing your passion. Now I'm going to pull an oracle card, and this was the question that I have written down while I am preparing the spread. What should you cultivate more of to resolve this problem, or if you have a situation, or find a solution to the problem, or understand a certain situation, what is happening in your life? That maybe when you understand why is this happening, you're going to dissolve it very smoothly and immediately. Let's see what's up. We have the depth, understanding the depth of it. Okay, I'm going to get some sneak peek from the guidebook. We have 17, number 17, which makes an 8. 8 is material satisfaction. So maybe understanding why or how you can actually bring that more, that other into your life. Depth is here. Narrowed concentration opens new depths. I told you here, determination and narrow focus is important here. Unfocused rays of sun gets too easily diluted. Open options remain just that, open. As a society, we're concerned with having a lot of choices that we don't realize that it actually limits us. When you narrow your concentration, you unlock the gates to new depths. Intimacy flourishes because you make space for greater connection. Commitment leads to a widened view and a fuller understanding of that which you look at. The flower that matters enough to you to truly see forever flourishes. So focus your attention to one desire at a time. This doesn't mean that you need to give up on the other desires you have. This tells me that you have one specific and the most important thing right now. It can be material. This can be also love option here. Focus your energy to that one. Every new detail, every layer previously unnoticed is a glance into deeper consciousness. You're going to start to see there was the things that weren't there before, or the things that weren't inside of you before. You're going to recognize the powers, okay? There's a practice here for you. Choose a seed to water. This can be a physical seed to grow into a flower or plant, or a skill you're choosing to develop. Once you pick your seed, tend to it fully. Stay patient and diligent as it grows. Notice all the detail in the face of the plant, the richness of its color as it changes with the seasons. Try to sense the essence of the plant, project, or skill you have been tending. Over time, watch your flower bloom. You have massive potential here, guys. So focus your energy for this timeline, for this next 3 months, maybe even 4 months. Focus your energy onto one thing that you want to accomplish, and let me know about the results if you achieve success or what happens. I read all of your comments, guys. I love to read your comments. This is your affirmation and further guidance. My heart and mind are unified in spirit. Exactly what it is. When you are focused, a laser focus on one desire, one thing at a time, your spirit, your heart, your mind, body, everything, actually all the energy flows through it, makes it happen much faster. Okay, you can use this affirmation to remind yourself that. All right, beautiful, that's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.